Namaste, Dandavat Pranam. By the instruction and grace of our spiritual master, Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Sripad Bhakti Madhava Puri Maharaj, we're here reading Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Canto 4, The Creation of the Fourth Order, Chapter 9, Text 44. Ataji Gran Mohur Mordni, Sitar Nayana Varivi, Snapayam Asatanayam, Jato Dhamma Manorata. Reunion with Dhruva Maharaj fulfilled King Uttanapad's long-cherished desire, and for this reason he smelled Dhruva's head again and again and bathed him with torrents of very cold tears. Purport. By nature's way, when a man cries, Dandavat Pranam Devi. By nature's
Dandavat.
By nature's way, when a man cries, there may be two causes. When one cries in great happiness upon the fulfillment of some desire, the tears coming forth from the eyes are very cold and pleasing, whereas tears in time of distress are very hot. Dandavat Pranam Ananda Krishna Prabhu.
Dandavat devotee.
Text 45. Abhivandya Pritupadav Asir Bischabhi Mantrita Nanhama Mataro Sirshna Satkrita Sajjanhagrani. Then Dhruva Maharaj, the foremost of all nobles, first of all offered his obeisances at the feet of his father and was honored by his father with various questions. He then bowed his head at the feet of his two mothers. Purport. It may be questioned why Dhruva Maharaj offered his respect not only to his mother but also his stepmother, due to those insults he had to leave home. The answer is that after achieving perfection by self-realization and seeing the Supreme Personality of Godhead face to face, Dhruva Maharaj was completely freed from all contamination of material desire. Feelings of insult or honor in this material world are never perceived by a devotee. Lord Chaitanya therefore says that one has to be humbler than the grass, and he recommends more tolerant than the tree to execute devotional service. Dhruva Maharaj, therefore, has in this verse been described as Sajjanagrani, the foremost of noblemen. The pure devotee is the noblest of all, and he has no feelings of animosity toward anyone. Duality, due to animosity, is a creation of this material world. There is no such thing in the spiritual world, which is the absolute reality. Text 46. Suruchistam samutapya padhavanhatam arbakam parisvajaha jiveti baspagadha gadhaya gira baspagadhaya gira. Suruchi, the younger mother of Dhruva Maharaj, seeing that the innocent boy had fallen at her feet, immediately picked him up, embracing him with her hands, and with tears of feeling, she blessed him with the words, "My dear boy, long may you live." Text 47. Yasya prashano bhagavan gunhar matradi birhari tasmai namanti bhutani nimnam apa ivasvayam. Unto one who has transcendental qualities due to friendly behavior with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, all living entities offer honor, just as water automatically flows down by nature. Purport. The question may be raised in this connection: why Saruchi, who was not at all favorably disposed towards Dhruva, blessed him? by saying, "Long may you live," which means that she also desired good fortune for him. The answer is given in this verse. Since Dhruva Maharaj was blessed by the Lord due to his transcendental qualities, everyone is bound to offer him all respects and benediction, just as water, by its nature, flows downward. A devotee of the Lord does not demand respect from anyone, but wherever he goes, he is honored by everyone throughout the whole world with all respect. Srinivasacharya said that the six Goswamis of Vrindavan are respected throughout the entire universe because a devotee, having pleased the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the source of all emanations, automatically pleases everyone, and thus everyone offers him respect. Text 48. Uthamascha Dhruvas bhav anyonyam prema vivalo angha sanghad upulakav ashroka mahur uhato. The two brothers Uttama and Dhruva Maharaj also exchanged their tears. They were overwhelmed by the ecstasy of love and affection, and when they embraced one another, the hair on their bodies stood up. 49. Sunitir asya janani pranebhyo pi priham sutam upaghuya jahav adim tad anga sparsha nirvita. Suniti, the real mother of Dhruva Maharaj, embraced the tender body of her son, who was dearer to her than her own life, and thus forgot all material grief, for she was very pleased. Text 50. Payastanhabhyam sushrava netrajai salilhai shivai tadhabisichyamanabhyam virha suvhomahu. My dear Vidura, Suniti was the mother of a great hero. Her tears, together with the milk flowing from her breasts, wet the whole body of Dhruva Maharaj. This was a great auspicious sign. Purport. When deities are installed, they are washed with milk, yogurt, and water, and this ceremony is called Abhishek. In this verse, it has been especially mentioned that the tears which flowed down from the eyes of Suniti were all auspicious. This auspiciousness of the Abhishek ceremony, performed by his beloved mother, was an indication that in the very near future, Dhruva would be installed on the throne of his father. The history of Dhruva Maharaj's leaving home was that his father refused to give him a place on his lap, and Dhruva Maharaj determined that unless he got the throne of his father, he would not come back. Now this Abhishek ceremony performed by his beloved mother was an indication that he would occupy the throne of Maharaj Uttanapad. It's also significant in this verse that Suniti, mother of Dhruva Maharaj, is described as Virasu, a mother who produced a great hero. There are many heroes in the world, but there is no comparison to Dhruva Maharaj, who is not only heroic emperor of this planet, but also a great devotee. A devotee is also a great hero because he conquers the influence of Maya. When Lord Chaitanya inquired from Ramananda Roy about the most famous man in this world, the latter replied that anyone who is known as a great devotee of the Lord is to be accepted as the most famous. Text 51. Tam sasam shorjanharajim distyate putra artiha pratilabdas chiram nasto rakshita mandalambuva. The residents of the palace praised the queen. Dear queen, your beloved son was lost a long time ago, and it is your great fortune that he now has come back. It appears, therefore, that your son will be able to protect you for a very long time and will put an end to all your material pangs. Text 52. Abhyarchitastvaya nunam bhagavan pranatartiha yad anudhyayino dhira mrityum jigyosu dhorjayam. Dear Queen, you must have worshipped the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who delivers his devotees from the greatest danger. Persons who constantly meditate upon him surpass the course of birth and death. This perfection is very difficult to achieve. Purport. Dhruva Maharaj was the lost child of Queen Suniti, but during his absence, she always meditated upon the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who was able to rescue his devotees from all anger, from all dangers. While Dhruva Maharaj was absent from his home, not only did he undergo severe austerities in the forest of Madhava, but at home also his mother prayed to the Supreme Lord for his safety and good fortune. In other words, the Lord was worshipped by both the mother and the Supreme Lord for his safety and good fortune. In other words, the Lord was worshipped by both mother and the son, and both were able to achieve the supreme benediction of the Supreme Lord. The word Tudurjayam, an adjective which indicates that no one can conquer death, is very significant. When Dhruva Maharaj was away from his home, his father thought he was dead. Ordinarily, a king's son, only 5 years old, ordinarily a king's son, only 5 years old and away from home in the forest, would certainly be supposed dead. But by the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, not only has he been saved, but he was blessed with the highest perfection. 53. Lalyamanam janar evam Dhrubham sabhataram nripa Arhopya karinim hrishta Stuyamano vishatpuram. The sage Maitreya continued, My dear Vidura, when everyone was thus praising Dhruva Maharaj, the king was very happy, and he had Dhruva and his brothers seated on the back of a she-elephant. Thus he returned to his capital, where he was praised by all classes of men. Text 54. Tatra tatrupa sanklaptir lasanmakara toranai savrindhai kadali stambai pughapotaischa tadvidai. The whole city was decorated with columns of banana trees containing bunches of fruits and flowers, and betel nut trees with leaves and branches were seen here and there. There were also many gates set up, which were structured to give the appearance of sharks. Purport. Auspicious ceremonies with decorations of the green leaves of palms, coconut trees, betel nut trees, and banana trees, and fruits and flowers and leaves are an age-old custom in India. To receive this great son Dhruva Maharaj, King Uttanapad arranged a good reception, and all the citizens very enthusiastically took part with great jubilation. Text 55. Chutapalabhasasran muktadhama vilambibhi upaskritam pratidvaram apam kumbhai sadhipakai. At each and every gate there were burning lamps and big water pots decorated with differently colored cloth, strings of pearls, flower garlands, and hanging mango leaves. Text 56. Prakara Gopura Garai Satakumbha Parichadai Sarvato Lankritam Srimad Vimhana Shikharajubi. In the capital city, there were many palaces, city gates, and surrounding walls, which were already very, very beautiful. And on this occasion, all of them were decorated with golden ornaments. The domes of the city palaces glittered as did the domes of the beautiful airplanes which hovered over the city. Purport. Regarding the mention of airplanes here, it is suggested by Srimad Vijayadvaja that on this occasion the demigods from higher planetary systems also came in their airplanes to bestow their blessings on Dhruva Maharaj on his arrival at the capital of his father. It also appears that all the domes of the city palaces, as well as the pinnacles of the airplanes, were decorated with ornamental work in gold, and being reflected by the sunshine, they were all glittering. We can observe a specific distinction between Dhruva Maharaja's time and modern days, for the airplanes in those days were made of gold, whereas the present moment airplanes are made of base aluminum. This just gives a hint of the opulence of Dhruva Maharaja's days and the poverty of modern times. And thus ends our reading for today. We will continue from text 57 on Friday. Were there any comments or questions from the assembled devotees? Jayam Vishnupad, Paramahamsa Sripad, Bhakti Madhava Puri Maharaj ki jai.
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada, Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Gurudev,
Jai.
Srila Acharya Dev, Srila Shanta Maharaj ki jai.
Jai.
Jai Rupanuga Guru Varga ki jai. All
Jai.
glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the worldwide devotees, Sama Bhaktivedanta ki jai.
Jai.
Jai Navadhu Dham ki jai, Nrsimhapali Dham ki jai, Mayapur
Jai.
Dham ki jai, Jagannath Puri Dham ki jai, Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Ju ki jai, Ganga Mai Yamuna Mai ki jai, Vrindavan Dham ki jai, Giri Govardhan Gupta Govardhan Dham ki jai, Shama
Jai.
ki jai, Tulsi Devi Bhakti Devi Vrinda Devi ki jai,
Jai.
Jai Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Jai Harinam Sankirtan Yagya ki jai, Jai Scientific Sankirtan Yagya ki jai, Princeton
Jai.
Bhaktivedanta Institute ki jai, Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Institute ki jai, Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math ki jai,
Jai.
Jai Gaura Premanandi Hari Hari Hari
Hari
Jai Srimati Uma Devi Dasi ki jai, Jai
Jai.
Sri Krishna Prabhu ki jai.
Jai.
जय श्रीपाद कृष्ण केशव प्रभु जी की जय
Jai.
दंडवत प्रणाम
Dandavad Pranam.
Yes.